So I talk a lot about doing first position loans, and not all first position loans are created equally. Just because you're in first position does not mean that you are safe. Does not mean that your deal structure is safe. Does not mean your money is safe. It really doesn't mean anything. It just means that you're the only one that has a claim against it, other than the borrower. And but you still need to make sure that you are structuring things in a way that still protects you. So um, I'll show you an example of a group that was offering really high rates of return in first position, but they were doing it in a way that still put all of their lenders in a spot where they're just super exposed to many, many points of failure, right? So we have houses in the Midwest that had as is values of like $30,000, right? ARV does not matter. Now the problem here is that they would get loan amounts so that the house would be worth $30,000, and the rehab would be like $90,000. So the total project cost came out to be 120, right? Spoiler alert. The total project cost would be 120. So then they would go out and they would ask for total project cost funding. And then their rates of return would be 15% flat. So if it took 6 months, then you would get this times 0.15. So you'd get back, you put in 120,000 and you would get back 138,000. Now the problem here is that you need a lot of things to happen. You need the borrowers to stick to the word. You need the rehab to go well. You need a certain level of ARV for them to either sell the property or do a cash out to pay you back out. So there's many, many points of failure, right? You're relying on the borrower to really just do what they say they're going to do. The problem here is that your LTV, if you're lending on a house that's worth $30,000 today and you're giving them 120,000, you are at a 25% LTV. No, you're at a 400% LTV. That doesn't make any sense. 400, that means if today you give them, the wire goes to the borrower and they walk away, you're out $95,000, assuming you can sell it for 30,000. So yes, even though it's a first position loan, you have no one ahead. It's just a bad loan. Not all first position loans are created equally. You still want to make sure that you are at at most 80% LTV. 80% LTV. So that means you should be on this house. You should be at $24,000 at most. But even then, there's very little cushion. So, and that's assuming that the cost to foreclose is $5,000. So I just want to reiterate that not all first position loans are created equally. You still have to make sure that you are lending based on the as is value and not just solely on the fact that there's no one else ahead of you. Hopefully this is helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.